She's in my head. They talk to me. They wear my pants.
Wait, what? Why do they? Okay, everybody. I'm Gamer Lynn.
I'm Gamer Becka.
And we are 10 times 10. That's a good way to bring in the video. Alright, so we're at the part 2 of our podcast here. If you haven't seen part 1, go ahead and we'll probably put it at the end of the video. Or
you must be wondering why we keep having 2 parts to our podcast, because we talk too much.
We talk a lot.
Anyways.
So, we're going to go ahead and continue our conversation here with the second part. What's the next topic we have on our agenda?
Top reasons you don't want a gaming significant other.
Oh, snap. All right. So we kind of touched on this at one earlier part. I think it was in one of our podcasts. Yeah, I think it was in probably our last podcast we touched upon this.
Did we?
I think so. Where, well, we didn't touch upon it in the traditional sense.
Okay.
It was on the topic of co-play. Like, game.
Recently
were playing.
Frustration.
Yeah, the frustration of. So we were recently going through our PlayStation 4 library. Because we were, as a couple, trying to find a game that we would enjoy playing together. And again, we found a couple, but amongst our library, I don't even think a third of the video games we have allows you to be able to have co-play.
Yeah, it's literally you have to be online.
Yeah.
And there's no couch co-op type thing, except for maybe I should have counted. It was probably
yeah, I could probably look real quick.
It's probably a stack this big versus our entire library, which is an entire big old shelf that almost reaches the ceiling.
Literally 24 games, not including sport games, because again,
sport games don't count.
Sport games really don't count. I enjoy sport games, but even then, sometimes I don't enjoy sport games.
Because, not saying that I wouldn't play a sport game, it's just not my immediate go-to when it comes to co-op and that sort of thing. I like to play stuff like Divinity.
Yeah.
I like to play stuff the cooking one? So funny. It was so funny.
Jeez.
Overcooked. Yeah, Overcooked is really, really funny and cute. Also stuff like Terraria, Minecraft, Borderlands.
And that's literally some of the handful of games. That's literally we just named a fourth of the games that we can play together. Just those few titles we listed. And so it was because we was having this night where it was I am not in the mood for that game because we either played this game out to where I want to break from it, or we beaten it already, like Diablo 3.
Right.
And so we were yeah, man, I really would like to try this type of game with you, or really like to play this type of game with you. And it would seem like it would be a great game to be a multiplayer game, and it's not.
Nope.
Unless you're online.
Yep.
And here's the thing too, because we do have a PS5 and we have a PS4, which will allow us hey, there you go. You could probably cross play on a game like that, between the PS5 and the PS4. But here's the problem with that too. That means we each have to have a copy of it.
Gotta pay for the game twice.
So I gotta pay for a game twice to be able to play with my wife?
Yep. It gets kind of expansive.
Sony, you home wrecker?
Oh, wait. Oh no.
Yeah. I said it.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna get in between me and my wife? Better put on some gloves, sucker.
Oh my gosh.
About to throw down.
Oh my lord.
So yeah. It's crazy. So literally this brings us to our topic. Why is probably not a good idea to have a gaming significant other.
Which is so funny because like there's so many people or so many memes out there of just like, oh my gosh, it's like a girl who games, like, oh
Yeah, like she or he is the holy grail.
Right. It is.
Not knowing that, yeah, you done basically set yourself up for some pretty sad moments where it's like, oh, like, basically give you an example. This is one of the reasons why it's not good to have a gaming significant other. After a long day of work, I put in them hours. It's probably like about what, maybe 11, maybe nearing midnight. And I'm coming home and I'm thinking, oh man, after, putting in my 9 to 5, technically not 9 to 5, it's more like maybe like a 2 to 11.
Yeah.
2 to 11 shift. Come home, I'm probably get a bite to eat if I haven't already got something along the way. And it's like, oh, I got a day off tomorrow, which means this will probably be a good night to get some gaming in. Yeah. I'm going to play me some Ghost of Tsushima, or I'm going to finally beat that one boss. Yeah. Just to come home and find my wife already snacks in front, drink to the side. She playing her favorite music. Probably got her headphones in. I don't know why she got her headphones in. Maybe because it's late at night and she ain't blaring it. Maybe because there's other people we have to live around. But yeah, and she is like halfway in on a dungeon on Persona 5 Royale, going, yeah, you never see it coming.
And this is before the PS5 was out.
Yeah, this is for the PS5.
And so this is the only PlayStation for the PS4 that we have.
Yeah.
And so it's like sharing.
So now I have to be all mopey and stuff. I'm like, no, you keep playing, baby.
See, no, and then because I ask you.
She got me to snitch on myself.
You did just now. Because there are so many times I ask you, I'm like, are you sure I can stop right now? There is a save point. I can save right now. I've been playing this for hours, and I am totally fine with getting off of this thing. And you're like, no. Being all stubborn and hard-headed about it.
But you're like, again, you got the snacks, you got the drink, you all set up.
But I like watching you play Ghost of Tsushima.
So number 2 reasons why it's probably not ideal is the whole guilt part, as you just heard there. She has had the system for the whole day and is willing to give, but now it's like it's a guilt on me because it's like, no, don't let me interfere with you having your good time, or you're at a good stage, or you're in the midpoint of a dungeon and stuff like that. I don't want to stop you, but then it also too is the guilt of like, yeah, you did just work a whole shift, 2 to 11. And coming home and, probably want to be like king of the castle and just come in.
And I'm perfectly fine with that.
So see how that works against each other? It's like that whole dynamic of, nah, I don't want to bother you, but now I don't want to interfere with you. And it's all because you love each other. But now all of a sudden, now the PlayStation 4 and got in between you guys because you can't be shared.
Unless you were to buy a whole other PlayStation 4.
Which we know people who do that. We know couples that do that.
This is true.
That's terrible.
No,
that's terrible.
Okay.
You got to spend that much money to get something that eventually at the end of the day, it's like, why can't Sony just make more games that allow you to play together? Or back in the day, we're like, Super Nintendo, whatever. Like, I'm playing Super Mario Brothers. Guess what? Plug in the controller. Jump on in. Whatever happened to that aspect of gaming? But I digress. This is not a list about what Sony needs to be doing to their platform or whatever. It's about gaming as a couple. Alright, so. Another reason why it's probably not so significant to have a significant other than games is snack depletion.
Snacks.
No, this is it. All right. Hear me out. Hear me out. This is where I'm going with this. So, you know how you used to be by yourself wherever, and you'd be like, oh man, I'm, hanging out with friends or something like that or whatever, but the night is young still, so you're like, oh man, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna get some gaming in, and you basically be like on your way home and stuff like that or whatever, thinking like, oh man, what do I got left in the fridge to snack on? Like, I got that leftover Burger King with, that Surge fountain drink, and maybe a couple of candy bars or a couple Pop-Tarts and stuff. Like, you're up here estimating what do you have to get you through that last like 2 to 3 hours of the night as you plan on gaming, to wake up with that stomach pain / diarrhea that's going to be suffering the next day from the stuff you just ate.
Ew.
It happens. But now with a game of significant other, those estimates are gone. Because you could be thinking you got all that stuff there.
You never know.
And you don't. You come home, the Pop-Tarts are gone, this and that are gone or whatever, but it left you that crusty burger.
Dang.
No, I'm just saying. It happens. This ain't just you. Quit trying to internalize. That's for the later part of the video.
What? What? What do you mean?
So like literally, like with Becky, she loves potato chips.
Oh.
I don't even bother getting myself potato chips anymore. One, I don't even got that kind of love for potato chips like she got for potato chips. But that's a problem for me too, because now I always gotta remind myself, like whenever I go grab snacks, I better get her a couple bags of potato chips. Otherwise, anything else I got is probably gonna get depleted faster. And what I mean by that is, for example, last time I went to go get snacks or whatever, I got her own bag of potato chips. I got myself maybe 2 little mini bags of some funky flavored potato chips that I figure like, okay, she probably not going to enjoy this. So since I got myself these little bags, because I like to try different flavors or whatever, let me get her own bag of stuff that's tried and true that I know she'll like. And this is what happened. So, she got halfway through her own bag of potato chips. But she saw me with my little itty bitty bag of potato chips. And she was like, oh, let me try it. Now, anybody that knows they have a significant other, this is, a constant thing that always happens. You can get your own plate of food and get them their own plate of food. They still gonna want to try what's on your plate. Which they ain't wrong.
Oh my
they ain't wrong to do, because maybe they ordered wrong. And should have ordered what you got. So they want to find out if that's true or not. To each their own. I find myself sometimes where we're looking at what Becca has, going like, oh, that tastes good. Let me try that. Actually, I did that with the IHOP's birthday cake. Yeah. I was like, looking at it like, it just looked like a bunch of goulash. Goulash? Let me try it. Let me see if it's good. Actually, it was good. So, she tried the potato chips and did, like, basically, they were like chips or whatever, until she hit the certain funky flavor of the flavor I got.
I think it was the lime that.
Yeah, habanero lime.
Because I didn't realize, like, I clearly knew that they were hot chips, like, from the bag. Like, me glancing at, like, the redness and the blackness of the bag and everything. And, like, also, like, the, red flakes on the chip. But I wasn't expecting the other flavor. So I did that, like, the baby tasting the lemon face.
Yeah. Oh, it was funny. It was funny. I almost feel like at the back of my mind I did that on purpose. Just to be able to see that face. I ain't trying to be mean to you. Woman, allow me my few joys in life.
Fine.
So see, it gets a little funky, like with snacks and stuff like that or whatever. There's snacks I like, there's snacks she likes, and then basically we're basically 2 gamers competing for the same snackage. and stuff goes away. Like I
You
literally
pay for the same snackage, for the same system, same games sometimes. Like,
actually, that goes.
Cyberpunk, when that came out,
we were literally like taking turns.
Yeah.
On playing.
It's like, okay, you done? Okay, my turn.
I'm playing now and stuff like that or whatever. And literally to the point where like we're kind of like trying to watch each other's gameplay, but then like trying not to, because like, oh, I didn't get to this part or I didn't do this mission, so I'm not trying to get this spoiled.
Yeah. Like oh gosh, when I was playing Persona, because you didn't finish it.
Yeah, I didn't get so Persona 5. I have not played it at all. Like,
which I feel horrible, because that was like your game and I took it over.
Because basically I introduced Persona to her.
Yeah.
Now, I played 3, 4, and a little bit of 1 and 2. I literally probably got as far through 1 and 2 as I got through 5. But I allowed her to play 5 because I wanted her, like, this is a series I like. See if you'll like it, because she actually likes RPGs, Mm-hmm. And she murdered that game. Yeah. When Persona 5 Royale came out, she murdered that game. Yeah. She's a fan of the series. So even now, I'm like, you probably need to go back and play Persona 3 and Persona 4 and see how you like those in comparison.
It's like the same thing that happened with Inquisition, too. Like,
but yeah, I couldn't go back and play it. Well, I forgive you on Inquisition, because actually I played, only one I played finished was Dragon Age Origin.
Oh, okay.
I still have yet to play 2, and I don't even think I started Inquisition. Mm-hmm. So, don't feel bad about that one.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
I don't want you to feel bad about Persona 5 either, but again, I'm just happy that she's a fan of the series. So again, there's certain that's probably like a back and forth one. That's like a benefit and the bad end of a benefit.
Yeah, because like if you're both playing the same game
and it's fun to have somebody to talk to, and be able to share something that you like as far as like a video game series. Mm-hmm. The only bad side to that though is that more likely that person gets a chance to play it more than you.
Yeah,
it kind of stops you from being able to play it.
It's like gosh, what was that that show that we started watching together and you kept going?
What show was that?
I don't remember, but it's kind of like that basically. You start binge watching a show, and then one of you like ends up dropping off, and then the other one keeps going. And it's like, wait. Yeah. It kind of feels.
I know. The recent thing was not a game, the documentary. You tapped out.
I fell asleep.
Yes, you fell asleep, and I kept watching it
and
we wanted to talk about that on the podcast. And didn't get to do it because
I felt really bad.
Don't.
I know.
I mean, I still say that's something you need to go back and watch. It's really, if you have not seen Not a Game documentary, I believe it was on Netflix. Yeah, watch it. It's a good documentary.
Yeah, I didn't fall asleep because it was boring. It was just medication.
Yeah, medication, tired.
Yeah, fatigue.
Another reason why it might not be ideal to have a gaming significant other is funding. Money. Whew.
What's money?
What is money? Lady, don't hurt me. My pocketbook.
Oh my goodness.
No more. I'm broke, y'all. I got no cash flow to speak of.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that actually worked.
Good job.
I'm about to work on that song later.
Good job.
It was bad enough when it was just me. It was bad enough. It was probably too bad. It was probably horrible still. But now, there's 2 of us that are gaming fans of genres, of series. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a gaming store or just a store in general. And like I'm going for myself, I'm picking up the latest Gears of War or the latest Madden or something like that or whatever, and all of a sudden I look over and I go, oh, they released a new Kingdom Hearts game. Well, looks like I'm getting that.
Yep. It's like that Animal Crossing.
Oh my god.
Mario. Oh, Paper Mario.
Paper
Mario.
And I'm talking about like it's not moments where like, you know, you're getting a game and you're going, oh, I like this series and she likes this series. It's a win-win. No. Talk about, oh, I loathe this series. I can't stand. I make fun of this game, and now I gotta put money down on it because she likes it. Or even into this one, getting a game, knowing that your significant other is going to judge you for it. So, hold on, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are a few games that I think are visual novels.
Oh, Lord.
That I enjoy. These are guilty pleasures. And they're because they're like, to me, they are funny. They're probably not that entertaining, but they're funny. And I don't know, certain games hit that style for me. So I forget what it was called, the one game. But the one that I can tell you right now that's already going to be funny, not to only to you guys, but also too is going to probably crack her up as soon as I mention it, was what's it called? Is it Cutie Honey? Is it Cutie Honey?
Cutie Honey?
Or what is it called? What is it called? I forget now.
Honey Pop?
Honey Pop. Thank you. Thank you. Honey Pop. So, it's a terrible game.
Oh my god.
It's a visual novel / three, what do you call those things? The three Bejeweled or Tetris like game mixed with like a dating sim. And I died because one of the main characters in the game is a fairy. And her catchphrase, or what I basically created as her catchphrase, was, "What it do?" And it's like, it cracks me up.
Oh my god.
It cracked her up a couple times too.
Yeah.
But she like, "Why are you playing that game?" And I'm like, and basically it's like a Bejeweled Tetris game, which I enjoy.
We know why he's playing the game. See? Know why he's playing that game. Know why he's playing the game. That's okay.
Which, by all means,
we
you know what? It is okay. But guess what? There's still some judgment. There's still some judgment. There's still some judgment.
No.
There's still some judgment.
I'd play it too.
Oh, did you?
I would.
Oh, you would?
I would.
I thought you said you did.
No.
Okay.
I don't have it. No. You know what I played?
What?
Dream Daddy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I totally blanked on that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's like the one game of that sort that I have in my Steam library.
Okay.
Yeah. Dream Daddy's amazing.
I ain't played it.
You should.
I should?
Mm-hmm.
I probably should. I'll probably try it out. But see, and there's certain games. Like, for her, every time she plays Kingdom Hearts.
Look. I just want to defend myself. Many moons ago, when this game first came out, I enjoyed it with my family, mostly my younger brother, who is Jed Will, by the way, is wonderful. He's a DJ. Go check out his music, SoundCloud, all that good stuff. Anyways, we dove into the lore. We enjoyed playing the games and whatnot. Don't finish. It was fun. It was tons and tons of fun. And then I meet this one, Mr. Anti-Disney himself.
Now, there's nothing wrong with Kingdom Hearts. If you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, it is Disney meets Final Fantasy meets RPG it's marketed to make money. It's a great series if that's what you like. Me, on the other hand, again, I'm not a big fan of Disney. Actually, tell you what, I'm a fan of actually the first game because I did play the first game. I can't remember too why I played this game because I didn't hear about Kingdom Hearts until like months after it was released. I think it was Utada's song that introduced me to the game, and somebody else was like, "Yeah, it's an RPG and it's a pretty good game," which made me go, "Okay, cool. I should probably get and play this game." And I did get it because I think it was on sale too. It was like, I think Kingdom Hearts made it to like greatest hits really fast, didn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that was around the time. I think I got it as a greatest hits. I don't know, or 20. I know I spent $20 on this, which is like probably like greatest hits, kind of like pricing.
The
usually when you find it.
is better.
I'm sorry, what?
The second game is better.
Oh, okay, here comes the judgment.
Ah!
All right. So, first one not bad. You know, I didn't appreciate actually the Final Fantasy cameos and stuff like that because it totally confused me as to why these characters are here and what's going on with that. But I digress.
No, it's true because a lot of those Final Fantasy characters, I didn't even know who they were. I was just okay.
I knew who they were,
here.
and I'm like, why are y'all here? What is happening? Like why is nobody up here like questioning like who are you again?
Right.
Where did you come from?
Right.
What?
Right.
But when the second one came out, I was like, oh, cool. It's going to have a Utada song in it, which I think, I remember seeing the trailer. It's like, yep. It's going to have, oh, man. You know, they keep this formula up. This actually can't be too bad of a series, even though I'm not a big fan of the Disney parts, especially the mermaid. Under the water. Ugh.
Nobody likes the water levels.
Ugh. But, I digress. When you... Okay, I'm real. This is a serious question. Who came up with the idea with the bait and switch from Sora to Roxas? Who decided that pulling a Metal Gear Solid 2 bait and switch was a good move for this series? Cause what is it? It's like an hour, 2 hours of playing that punk kid Roxas that had me go, oh man, I'm done. I'm out. I don't know who this character is. Why is he in front of me? And why is he always up on some top of a building eating ice cream? I don't care for this character. I came here for Sora and Donald and Goofy, and even that's asking a bit much of me. Why mess with the formula? And actually, though, to my benefit, though, this is a good time to jump off the train because it gets a lot weirder. Because, again, I've watched Becky play this series, which made me go, what in the world is happening? Why does Roxas nobody look like Sora, or Sora is, and vice versa? Why does Sora's nobody look like some why is this old man now a young man? And what is he kidnapped? Why is this girl named Aqua and she's all of a sudden got this very close relationship with Mickey that seems very, very like somebody needs to come and check this relationship.
Wait,
or at least tell Minnie.
What?
Why this?
No. The heck? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
How dare you?
Just like I don't know what's going on in this series. I don't know, and I make fun of it every time she plays it. I so do.
It's true.
I am guilty of it.
It's true.
But also, too, it's partially from my own disappointments and also just being confused. With hopes that maybe she can explain it. Maybe she can make it sound cool. But I don't think there's anybody that's walking this earth that can do it.
No.
At least not with a straight face.
It's fine.
Which is fine, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, there's some dumb games out there that are guilty pleasures for people. That you just can't defend or explain. You just like what you like.
I withstand this persecution.
Yeah. And yeah. But that's the whole thing. When you have a game with significant other, be prepared for that. Because more than likely, there's going to be either a gaming series or a particular game that you're going to have or play that the other person is just going to look at you like, You a little,
like, really?
Really? You a little weird. Have we covered everything? Or can you think of anything?
I think that's basically that's about it.
That's about it.
Just about.
I imagine actually
There's probably more.
There's probably more, and we might end up having a part 2 to this.
Right. If you guys can think of other reasons,
yeah, put it in the comments.
Why you shouldn't have.
We will talk it out.
Yep.
We will explore that avenue all you want.
And don't worry, we'll go into the positive aspects at some point too. But
oh yeah, because actually we touched on a little bit of the positives.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what have you been playing lately?
Oh, so recently I've been jumping back into WWE 2K19, which is bittersweet in a way, because again, 2K19 for WWE was probably the last
good game.
It's hard to say good game because it's like
decent.
This, I think it was since 17 or 18 since the series was kind of hitting like a slope.
Oh, okay.
Of like a downward trend.
Oh.
Even though I would still credit 19 as being the actual finish game, because 20 is, which I own. I think I got it for like $15 just to try to dip into what people were talking about. And I've seen it because that game has crashed a lot.
Man.
But at least with 2K19, I don't really have those crash problems. I think the only problem I've really hit with 19 that makes me mad, because much like people online on YouTube and probably almost everybody, you like to create your own wrestlers and create your own things and stuff like that, and probably even make your own universe. But there's a creation limit that can make the game crash or you lose all your data.
Dang.
So I've made a mental note of where I think that limit is, and I've just basically jumped back into the game with hopes that it won't crash on me or erase all my data, and enjoyed a little bit of the game. And it's mostly because, again, as a fan of wrestling, getting hyped with the recent trailer for the next 2K21 game in hopes that this series will come back.
Yeah. Redeem
itself. But also, too, even if it doesn't hit that mark, get me back into wrestling and the concept of wrestling, because I feel like we're on the verge of either the end of this year or beginning of or sometime next year having a resurgence of a lot of wrestling games, because you got AEW working on wrestling games. You got I think if it's not Aki, it's Ukes or somebody else is creating their own wrestling game that's unique.
Interesting.
Not to mention too, there's still Fire Pro Wrestling out there too, which I've been meaning to jump back into as well, and I probably will in the next couple of days. But I've been playing some WWE 2K19 and getting back into the swing of that and creation suite and making my own wrestlers, and as well as celebrating some wrestlers that have been released or have found other avenues from WWE, because I do like 2K19's roster as well.
Yeah.
That was a really good roster there too.
I recently started playing Persona Strikers, and upon, I think it's been 4 hours now that I've been into it. It's pretty good. I don't know what I expected, honestly, but I am pleasantly surprised, I guess, because I think I was kind of worried that it was gonna be like just hack and slash, with like the different ability, like mixed in with the different abilities that you can do and everything, but they've actually kept like the aspect of, you know, like sneaking around and actually being able to like avoid conflict and doing like the whole puzzle solving and that sort of thing, which I really enjoy. So there's a lot of elements that have been combined. You had mentioned that they were like combining a lot of different things.
Yeah. So watching your gameplay, I definitely see the Dynasty Warriors Koei approach, of course, to it, even though it looks a lot more unique. And I've noticed that with the series that they've been doing every time they touched it, because I know they've done Berserk, they've done Zelda, they've done One Piece, and I like this trend that they're doing with taking the Dynasty Warrior approach and putting it to other IPs, but also making them unique based off of their universe. Mm-hmm. So watching your gameplay, I've seen you had the traditional Dynasty Warrior approach. I've seen you do the whole, almost looks like 2D kind of like adventuring trope that you've seen in like different games,
side scroller,
side scroller kind of approach.
It shifts.
It definitely captures the Persona aspect of the game as far as the angles, the animation, the voice acting, even though some characters sound a little different from their original voice actor. It's really cool. The art style of the game, it really captured Persona 5 very, very well. Mm-hmm. Like literally,
and the music's really good too.
Yeah, it's like there's literally points where I forget that she's playing a Dynasty Warrior like Persona, and I think she's just playing Persona again.
Right, like the regular game instead of Strikers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really cool with the combat system and everything like that. It's not too bad of a learning curve, but I would say that I definitely have to strategize a lot more than I wouldn't say than I normally have to, because like it's a different type of strategy. I would say, because it's not turn based. It's not like you can sit there and be like, oh, okay, it's this or whatever. It's like real time,
third person action, real time.
Sort of like, oh gosh, let me figure out what's going on over here, like what's the best course of action, blah. But one thing I do appreciate though is that when you are kind of like, when you go into like the Persona like menu type thing, it does actually freeze everything around you, so you can actually take the time to be like, oh, okay, what am I gonna do here? So you can kind of pause the action a little bit, but even then it's like you get taxed a lot easier as well, versus in like the Persona 5 game and whatnot, which kind of either like forces you into the predicament of like, oh, okay, I need to avoid more enemies and that sort of thing, and like be a lot more strategic as far as like who I decide to take on, or we're just gonna try and like power through this thing, or maybe we need to go back home and everything because everybody's all like pooped out, whatever.
Which is a lot better than the old formula they used to have, where Dynasty Warriors was just a hack and slash, mindless drone into killing mercilessly. Like literally, I remember playing, and I think it's still true with the past Dynasty Warrior games, where it's just like, man, just pounding through enemies, watching the little tick of people you kill counter go up and up, which can be exciting on its own. But at the same time, too, when it's like every game after and after is that same thing, the only thing that really changes is that the roster keeps increasing. It's a good change of pace to now see that there's way more strategy and approach and technique to it when you put it to other IPs, which, again, could almost be like something that they need to look at for their own Dynasty Warrior series. And I think they've done that now, because I'm looking forward to Samurai Warriors 5, and I feel like that's going to be their first showcase of what they have learned since basically was Dynasty Warriors 9.
Oh, okay.
Which was the most terrible game they ever put out, and it was bad because it was literally it felt like an empty world.
Oh, is it the one where you're on horseback?
You're like on horseback, and you can go like minutes without finding any enemies.
Yeah.
Which is like, yes, this is great that this is a huge map, but if you can't fill that map with something interesting,
it's like meaningless.
It's meaningless.
Yeah.
And even then too, it's like, and then even then when I go to find somebody, it's a small army of me just hacking through them. That's all there is to it. There's no real strategic like.
But Lynn, you get to ride on a horse.
I can ride on a horse in the old games, and actually have people there to kill. Something that kept me engaged while horsebacking.
Oh well.
But I think there's going to be this first chance to show what they've learned, especially with them being able to work on these other IPs what they've given them to make the game way more unique and trial and error. Which to me, they've hit every single other one: Berserk, One Piece, Zelda, and now Persona Strikers. It's like they're great. These are do more of this with your own IP. Do more of this with Dynasty Warrior and Samurai Warriors, and you got yourself a good game.
Right on. Well, I think that'd be a good place to end it for this time.
Yep.
So,
again, thank you guys for watching, following along. Make sure to give comments. Again, I'm pretty sure there's way more topics as far as having a gaming significant other that we didn't touch on. So if you want to, put them down in the comments, and probably on the next podcast or in the next few ones, we'll probably we'll cover it again.
Yeah.
And delve into that more. Maybe we'll just have our own conversation in the comment section.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure there's something we've left out that we've come across.
Like not thinking of right now. For sure.
Or keeping ourselves from getting mad at each other.
Oh my gosh. I'm not getting mad at you. Stop it. Silly.
I don't know.
I'm not mad.
I can play back this same video.
I'm not mad.
Okay.
You can.
But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell in case, that rare moment we might surprise you with a video a lot sooner.
Ooh.
We're trying to be faster with the videos. It's just, there's a lot of work in editing. There's a lot because we talk a lot. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. You guys really give us the inspiration and make this fun for us.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Until next time.
I'm Gamer Lynn.
I'm Gamer Becka.
And we want you to keep it 100.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Maybe.
Wait, what do you mean maybe? This is maybe.
I don't know. I just like saying stuff.
Oops.